when I'm gone, when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me when I walk. You're gonna miss the way I talk. Gonna miss me when I'm gone, when I'm gone, when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss my hair, gonna miss me everywhere. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. I got my ticket for the long run. Full of the prettiest of views. It's got mountains, it's got rivers. It should be if you me when I'm gone, when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Gonna miss my head, gonna miss me everywhere. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Hi. So this was the song that ShanAnn Watts liked just before she died, and there's so many videos on YouTube, people interpreting. I made 2 at least, I believe, because this topic really hit home, and I'll tell you why. I think I've disclosed a little bit. I don't want to get it to be about me. I want it to be more general. So I'm going to just say something very important, I think, that the title Christopher Watts is not a monster is absolutely misleading, because anyone who abuses his wife and children, a pregnant woman and children, if that's not a monster, I don't know what a monster is. You know, when you're a small child, and some parents in the old generation like mine, like I had a mother who would say to me, if you don't go to sleep, you know, something's bad going to happen to you, the monsters are going to take you or whatever. You know, that's the kind of monster I'm talking about. A monster is a person that harms helpless beings, whether it's animals, children, or people that are vulnerable in any way. And a pregnant woman, I mean, that is a vulnerable person. And I just cannot imagine what went through the mind of this person, which is why I do call this person a monster. And I think we call them psychopath, narcissists, but they don't have remorse. And I think that's really sad, because there are a lot of people I encounter every day that they don't show any remorse. They don't mind if they hurt another person. They don't care if they step on you, almost run over you. They don't care about anything but themselves. And it has all kinds of levels. Like one level, for instance, you see these cute little puppies. Now, 100,000 dogs are killed, euthanized, they call it, in Israel every year. And still people prefer to buy animals that are purebred. Okay, and not only are those animals not better, they're less healthy. Then you have the veterinary thing. But it's like a status symbol. Oh, I have $1,000 to throw away, so I'm going to buy a puppy. Why not? Who cares that 100,000 dogs are being euthanized? And this is a type that fortunately is becoming more and more rare. So this is also a type of a person who doesn't care about the environment. Now today, sadly, this hits home also. A beautiful nature reserve by the Dead Sea called Ein Feshcha, which I was there just a few months ago during a study course. This is a beautiful nature reserve. There are all types of trees and plants and animals living in that nature reserve. Now, when you hear the word nature reserve, that means it's a place for animals. It's a place for animals and plants that are endangered and otherwise might not be safe. Now, when two despicable people, they call themselves Arabs, Palestinians, I don't care what they call themselves, why they're angry, I don't really care. I do care that people are in a difficult situation. Let me rephrase it. But there is absolutely no excuse to destroy someone who's not threatening you by burning down a nature reserve. And people who walk around, they don't care. But somewhere in this country, a whole nature reserve is on fire. And these people, oh, we are political activists. You know, we are so angry. We have to burn down nature reserve. Now, there are many people who don't care. They only care about looking fit, looking great, going to parties, dating people. They don't really care about what happens in the country, whether political, whether in the nature, and especially we have a problem with ecology and nature. It's hard enough to keep those nature reserves going. It's a really tiny country, and we've given up so much territory for nature, for buildings instead of nature. And living in a city, after I lived in a beautiful area by a forest, it's heartbreaking, I have to tell you. But I prefer to live in a country where nobody can do something to me. Nobody can harm me and get away with it because I am a foreigner and they are European or whatever reason, or they can talk their way out of a paper bag. I don't know. I feel safe back home, even though it's not the safest place in the world. And I have my criticism, but right now, I think it's important to keep a certain level of anger, but not too much. But I think people that burn down nature reserves, people that burn down nature, these people from Gaza that are constantly burning down fields, and they harm so many animals, wildlife, plants have been destroyed. And yes, they were killed because they are trying to infiltrate into the country and harm people too. And it's horrible. Any life, human life, whatever. For me, any life should not be destroyed, killed. And we have nobody has the right to take away the life of anyone. However, I really wonder how there's no an outcry for these poor animals and plants that are just destroyed by fire, and I'm just like, you have to be a psychopath to kill anyone that's not threatening you directly, anyone who's helpless. And I'm not going to say that any side is without criticism. I don't anymore. I just feel that it all ties in for me the same theme. I think anyone who takes the life of anyone it's just without any excuse. The older I get, the more I realize it. And this death, this murder of this woman and her daughters, it's just, not only me, but it touched a lot of hearts. And I just hope that, as I look at the trees and nature around, what little nature there is in the city, it's enough, I want to say. It's enough. Peace, light.